Hi friends, thank you so much for watching. In this video, we're going to make a DIY die cut without a cutting machine that you can use for centerpieces for your next party. So I have my little guy here, and I am going to do 2 of them. So I'm just going to put both of these together, and I'm going to cut him out one time. So here he is. I'm probably going to staple the corners so that the paper can stay together so that I don't cut inside of him. And then when I cut this out, I'll show you the next step. So, for the way that I'm going to use these, I don't want any paper left. So, you know, sometimes if you're using a cutting machine, you'll see that there's an offset or an outline. I don't want anything. So I'm going to cut as close as possible to the little guy that I can, because the tool that I'm going to use to cut the foam board does not cut through paper well, but it's excellent with foam. Now, I want to say, if you have a cutting machine, you can, you know, skip all of this step and, you know, find a tutorial to where you can see how to enlarge them and print them out into pieces. But I have a printer, a wide format printer. So the largest that I can print is a 13 by 19 sheet of paper, and that's what this is. So because I have a printer that, you know, can do that, I skipped the die cutting stage, and it's nothing to cut these pieces out when they're this large and it doesn't have a whole lot of detail to it. So that's why I am showing you this. So if you have just a regular printer and you are wanting to make some centerpieces and possibly put them in a bag and with tissue paper, you can for the smaller images. And here we go, showing you how close to him I've gotten. This is the top sheet, and this is the bottom sheet. The less detail to the design, the better, especially if you're doing this by hand. I'm not the best cutter. I cannot do what a die cut machine like the Cricut or Silhouette can do. Not the best. So, but if it's large like this and has a very minimal detail to it, I can cut it out. Okay, so I have him cut out, and I got as close to him as possible. Kids and TV are going in the back, so. Okay, so I have my foam board, and this is, let me see if it has a size on it. It doesn't have the size, but I purchased it at Dollar Tree. There it is. This came from Dollar Tree. So on the foam board, I don't want to paste my image directly onto the board because the foam cutter works really hard to try to go through the paper that's on top. So I just want the foam that's on the inside. What I do is I just peel away the top layer of the foam board, and it comes off pretty easily, just like that. and it exposes the foam. That's my key ingredient. Now, you don't have to do this. If you want to use an X-Acto knife, you can. The X-Acto knife will cut through the paper and the foam, but for mine, I am using a foam cutter, and it gets really hot and it almost burns through the foam, and it makes the cuts very precise. So here we go. I think this is satisfying. And I'm amazed at how easy this comes right on off. It doesn't leave any sticky adhesive on the foam. It's just, and it's, to me, almost the perfect size, the perfect thickness. That's what I mean. I am using a spray adhesive to attach my image onto the foam board. This one I just like to use. It's from Hobby Lobby, but you can use any spray adhesive brand that you choose. This is what I use for my adhesive batting when I sew, or when I'm spraying adhesive to fabric. I just have a plain old box that I have used as a multi-use or multi-adhesive surface. And I am going to, and here's my image, I am going to place it face down. And I am going to spray. Oh, I hope it doesn't bleed through him. I may have sprayed too much. But I definitely want to get the edges. I hope I didn't mess him up. I probably did. This is a brand new can. You see what I mean by messing him up? Because I'm using an inkjet, I got this part wet, and if I flip it over, it's probably going to show. Well, it's not that bad. Okay, so now I'm going to add this onto the foam board, and I want to see if I can maximize the board. Oh, be careful, Tish. Carefully apply it. Try to make sure there are no wrinkles whatsoever. So this is the part that I was worried about right there, but it's not that bad. I'm just going to rub him on the foam board. Make sure there are no bubbles. And the board, can you see it? I now have room to add another one, so I can go ahead and put my second little boy on here. The star of the show is this little tool right here. I'm not sure if it will focus at all, but I'll read it. It's a Flora Craft. It's a clean cut foam cutter, and this is what came with it, along with a little stand to sit this on when it is hot, like that. And you just use a USB. I typically plug it into my monitor because I also use my desk as my craft station. So it takes about 15 seconds to heat up. There's a little dial, so once I plug it in, I will turn the dial to on, and it heats up really, really fast. And I will show you the magic that this little guy does. And if you happen to get one of these, read the instructions and definitely do not touch this point whatsoever when it's on and plugged in. It gets really, really hot. Once I cut the image out, I just go back over to make sure that I remove any of the exposed foam that I didn't get during the first round of cutting. And I am going to add my images to some gift bags with tissue paper. I may use picks like a wooden dowel or a skewer and glue to the image so that it'll be sturdy. I'm not sure yet, but I'll show you what I do at the end of this video. And friends, that's it. I thank you so much for watching, and I want you to like this video, give it a thumbs up by doing so, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, have a great day. Bye.